Are you building a new life abroad and you feel a bit overwhelmed probably because you're a new expat and you've never done this before? So you believe that just rushing with all the procedures, all the logistics will be enough for you. And let me tell you, I've been living abroad for over 25 years and I've done several movings. So in this video, I'm going to share with you the steps I take before every move. Even if I've done this like the 10 times, I keep doing the same thing. Why? Because it helps me to settle much better when I arrive to my new country. So what are these steps? Well, mainly in this video, I'm going to talk about the two main areas that you need to consider. And probably I'm going to make like a series of videos related to each other with how to build a new life abroad. But in this video, I'm going to give you the first two areas. And the first one is just your mindset. Get your mind ready for the move. And the second area is be practical and take action and do the research before you go. So what do you need to do to get your mind ready for the move, to build a new life abroad? I'm going to give you 3 questions you can ask yourself, right? The first one is ask why you're moving there. And give yourself a short and sweet answer, because you're going to come back to this answer over and over again. Find your why. And your why is personal, right? You don't have to share it if you don't want to with anyone else, but it's for you. Why? For instance, in my case, why I moved abroad the first time 25 years ago, more than 25, because I fell in love. Yes, I fell in love with my husband. He's a Japanese citizen. He was living in Barcelona, where I'm from. He was working there, and oops, we met, we fell in love. We decided to get married, and we moved abroad. Well, we moved to Japan the first time. That was my why. My why was love. Love. And it's as simple as that. You don't need to justify yourself to anyone, okay? But just remember, this is for you. It's kind of your anchor. Why do you move abroad? Why are you building a new life abroad? The second question you need to be very clear to get ready, to get your mind ready, is what are you giving up with this move abroad? And even before you answer that, I'm just telling you, it might be a bit painful to answer this question because it's giving up. It seems like, oh my goodness, I will never have this again. And just a quick tip, you may have it again, whatever you're giving up. But be aware of what are you giving up. Sometimes it's not completely giving up, but it's just putting on hold to move abroad. What are you giving up? What are you putting on hold? For instance, in my case, was my professional career because I'm married to my husband and we kept, moving. Well, I didn't know at the time, but we kept moving to so many countries. And I will tell you, maybe from some other videos that I've done, but I keep moving to so many countries. So my career was always like, every time I arrived, oh, maybe I can work here. Yeah, I did several times. And then, my husband said, oh, we're moving again. Okay, packing, move. So my career was always putting on hold. It wasn't ideal for me, but I knew it and I accepted it and I assigned a contract with myself, okay? And I was aware of it, okay? So this is what I want you to ask yourself. What are you giving up or what are you putting on hold? And make peace with it. It doesn't mean you have to give up on that. But, for the time being, it's like, your reason why is stronger than what you're putting on hold or what you're giving up for the time being. Okay? And then the third question you can ask But it's not more a question, it's more about make a list. Make a list of things that for you are really important, crucial in your life, like non negotiable. And even if you're moving abroad, you want to keep that in your life. That will be the criteria for you to continue your life there. For instance, if you're a very social person, you are, for instance, in my case, right? I just moved with my husband and I fell in love. I married, I went with my husband. But that doesn't mean that I didn't have any friends, right? Just living there only with him was not enough for me. I wanted friends. I wanted to make a social circle, right? So that is one thing I needed. When we got kids, when we have two lovely boys, they're grown up now, but when they were really young, in every move we made, one of my criteria, like non negotiable, I want my kids to attend an international school because I could see my life, right? My life was always on the move, always as a nomad life. So the international school provided that education system that was easy to implement anywhere we were moving, right? It was not a big change for them. So it gave them a kind of continuity in their education. You see, you need to make a list of criteria. And I'm not saying you have to be very narrow minded, not too many lists, and not too many, let's say, requests, because you need to be flexible when you move abroad, but something that is really in your core as a core value, right? Family is another of me. So always being in contact with my family back home was crucial in my life. So that was part of my red line or something like it's like no ways I'm spending my holidays far from my parents. I always go back at least once a year, right? What is it? What is it for you? I don't want to impose my criteria to you. You choose your criteria, okay? You choose your values. You make a short list, but things that this is very important to me. This is crucial. This is kind of a non-negotiable. I want this even if I move abroad. Okay. Okay, and the second part on this video is about being practical, right? Take action. So for today is do the research. What do I mean? Do the research is, well, learn about this new place. Because when you are more familiar with the unfamiliar, you feel more certain and you feel more relaxed. So you make it like more yours. And then when you arrive there, it seems like, oh, I know about this place, right? So it's less scary. What can you do to do this research? Well, start with open a new folder on your laptop or even Google Drive and call it like my new home or whatever you want to call it. And then go on Google and type those criteria that are important to you or those practical steps you need to take. For instance, in my case was like where to live in Amsterdam, where to live in Brussels, where to live in Singapore, all and on. Or as well, what are the international schools around this area, right, where I was living there. So what is important to you? You do the research and you put it everything on that folder, whatever you find. Yes? Good. And also, I would like you to understand that, the process, even if it's a practical process, this part, it always relates with your mindset. So take your time to reflect on how long it took for you to find the right answers. And as well, how do you feel about starting with this research? And what challenges did you face while you were researching? These two questions will help you as well, get your mindset ready. So everything is linked. Okay, so now get ready with your mindset, get ready with the practical tips. So it's a balance of both of them. If you want to know what is the next step, watch my next video, which is about how to grow your social circle. And in the meantime, you can download the guide that I created as a PDF with all the steps that I'm going to follow, I'm going to share with you during these coming up videos. Yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.